Look at that. Hey guys, AJ here back on the one for you. So for anyone who spent any amount of time on the internet lately, you might have seen all these chicks whining about how men just don't care anymore, right? All these 304s that are supposed to be strong and independent.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Men don't care. Men don't help us. Men don't this. Men don't that. That's all they say. And guys, there's two things to us. Number one, a lot of guys don't care anymore, right? Because what we do as men is just expected. These 304s feel entitled to it, so what we do is not appreciated, right? And then also, they consider men caring doing what they tell us to do. And a lot of men are saying no. Any man who has boundaries or decides to put his own interests first is a narcissist or anything else. So guys, we're going to go to the dumpster fire known as TikTok and look at some of these absolute dunderheads whining about how men just don't care about X, Y, and Z. But before we do that, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. I have a second channel called 50304s. Join my Discord. Check out the playlist at the end. And let's get into this. Oh, and guys, there's also another thing to it too, right? A lot of these chicks only go for Chads and Tyrones, right? All these guys who have all their pick of the litter anyways. So why would those guys care about anything that an average or any type of 304 says when he can just move on to the next one and just, right? Let's get into this.
You know what I just realized? You know when you really love something or someone, you want to learn everything you possibly can about it. You want to know it inside and out, right? Front and back. When you love someone or something, you want to know everything about it. You're obsessed with it, right? You want to learn about it. Like, even if it's your child, you want to get to know your child, understand your child, right? When you love your partner, you want to know everything about them. You want to understand them on the deepest level possible, right? Intimacy. When you love a subject, you want to learn everything about it. When you love a type of food, you want to eat it all the time. You want to know how to make it. So I always find it interesting how women take up a lot of time trying to understand men.
Please.
Learning about men, studying men, their behaviors, their thinking patterns, their behavioral patterns. And it's like we got them figured out.
Please.
You know, and know them like the back of our hand. That's because women are mothers. There are women who have sons. Women are capable of love. How men still don't know shit about us. They still don't care to learn about women. They don't care to empathize or understand us at all. It's safe to say they don't give a fuck about us as much as we do about them.
Now guys, a couple things here, right? She has a tattoo on her face. Did you guys see that? On the far end of her face, right? Come on.
You tell her she's a goddamn whore.
And guys, she's driving down the road. Look at how much she's taking her eyes off the road, you dunderhead.
You stupid woman.
Clown world. Right? And guys, they said they have men figured out. Is that why they let Nug Nug and Gavin and Gerardo and Nug Wang shoot up the club and they have bastard kids by them? I thought they had all men figured out, right guys? That would mean that they would be able to tell Nug Nug from a regular guy. Guys, think about the Delulu level. Guys, rate the Delulu level, right?
It's over 9,000.
And once again, guys, she's probably been going after Chad and Tyrone at younger ages, and now she's older, because obviously she has 400,000 miles and 300,000, and 3 accidents on the Carfax, right? And now she's going for Nug Nug and Gavin, and even they aren't checking for her anymore. So now it's men don't care, men don't give an F, right? And guys, why is this chick's voice deeper than mine? Hey guys, she has 58 comments here of all these angry 304s, right? Every chick in her comments is,
I'ma kill your bitch ass, bitch!
Men hate freedom and nature and love slavery and machinery. You're so right about this ish. Thanks for spreading the message. Next girl says, exactly. Men are not capable of love. Some male-centered women who are pick-me's will do anything. However, it just leads to ruin. Men can't make a soul sacrifice. That's why they can't be like a woman. Look at that. These chicks are cooked. The anger. Guys, this is why a lot of guys are just leaving these 304s alone. Guys, your hashtags. Hashtag men don't care. Hashtag men don't care about us at all. Hashtag love clown world. Now, guys, let's break out the race card, right? Now, this chick's gonna talk about men don't care about kids, right? And we all know that she let Nug Nug. And then Nug Nug said, and left her high and dry. This is one of those chicks where she probably thought that having Nug Nug's baby would keep him around, and then she found out.
You've been had. You've been took. You've been hoodwinked. Bamboozled. Led astray. Run amok.
They just want to proliferate their genes. That's all they want. That's it. They don't want the children. You know, we women are always so shocked when we see how these men treat children. You're like, damn, why is my husband or my baby daddy so negligent with my child, or so violent with my child, or so rough with them, or what is going on? You know, you go away on a work trip, and you come back and your children are disheveled. You done left them with the baby daddy, left them with their father, and the children, you come back, they're disheveled, they're dirty, they've been surviving on cereal for a week because their father didn't give a damn.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have got pregnant by him, you absolute dunderhead.
Some people are really fucking stupid.
He didn't care. Y'all wonder why when, you know, you have your husband is sitting there taking your toddler or your freaking practically newborn baby, throwing them up in the air so high up, and you're like, hey, calm down, that's too high, and they keep doing it. It's because they don't care.
Please.
When you gotta be complaining to your husband or your baby daddy about him not putting the child in the child seat properly over and over, it's not because he doesn't get it. It's because he doesn't give a fuck. He don't care about the well-being of his own children.
Look at that, guys. Just look at how angry this broad is right here, guys. Think about how angry this person is, guys.
I hope you die, bitch! I hope you die of AIDS, ho!
Look at that. Look at how angry this broad is. And of course, no wedding ring on her finger. Are you guys surprised? I'm certainly not. And guys, she's like, a work trip. Trying to talk like she's some professional chick, right? Please.
Beta girl.
Come on, man. Absolute foolishness. And guys, here's the kicker. Guys, who's the number one group of people who deletes children and the elderly? That would be women. The number one group of people that deletes the elderly, disabled, women. Women. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. They're trying to say men don't care about kids. They're the ones where every day they're just out there taking out kids, taking out the disabled, taking out the elderly, the weakest members of society. And they're going to try and talk about us men. Men don't care. Is that why there's men deleting themselves because they can't see their kids? Right? And guys, this is what happens. They're in these female-only echo chambers. And this is why, you know what? A lot of men don't care. A lot of men aren't answering society's call because this is what we have to deal with. Men did not walk away from the societal social contract to try and take on a wife and kids and make sure society doesn't fall. Women walked away and decided that they were going to get these jobs, have these bastard kids, and that us men, we would be their goddamn pack mules. Clown world. Look at that. Person says, too many men like the idea of children, but not the act or effort of taking care of children. Yeah, just like these women want the wedding day, but not the marriage. They want kids like kids want puppies and candy. No, that would be women. Absolutely insane. Or hashtag parenting, hashtag moms of TikTok club, hashtag having kids, hashtag podcast, clown world.
What is actually going on with men these days? Can somebody please explain this to me?
Here we go.
I went out with a guy the other night who I've known for a while and who I consider a friend, even though we had this period of time where we weren't in touch because I was in a relationship. We went out as friends. It wasn't a date, and I have had a casual connection with this guy in the past. And I've never really...
We all know what that means, guys. A casual connection means that she was letting Shad. And then she was in a relationship. She was still talking to the guy. And she was still letting him smash.
Had romantic feelings towards him.
Please.
He had always been super clear to me that he was not looking for a relationship. And so the question of whether we were even compatible or whether I was interested in him just never came up because it wasn't on the table. And look, this is a pattern in my life. There's certainly like a place in my life, and there has been at specific times more so than others, like a place for those casual connections, the intimacy, the friends with benefits, if you will. And I have honestly never really had a problem compartmentalizing those types of friendships. And
Come on, guys. Do you believe that?
Stop the cap.
A lot of good friends, actually, that I've had those kind of connections with in the past. And these are generally good, decent guys, men who are trying to do the casual thing in an ethical way. They have a lot to offer, and they clearly respect me as a woman and as a person. The other night while I was with this friend, he said something to the effect of how he hasn't really been interested in relationships and monogamy and has been pretty sure that that life isn't for him, but that spending time with me makes him wonder if he really does want that. What the hell am I supposed to do with that? Maybe it was just a throwaway comment for him, some kind of compliment, and that's fine, but I could feel something happening in my body in the moment that it was uttered.
Right there, guys, right there. Wait, we knew that was coming, right? But I thought she didn't have any feelings for him. And then he makes one statement, all of a sudden it's...
No, nothing, I'm just emotional. Why don't you understand that?
A sense of confusion, of a fog where there had been clarity just seconds earlier. And now there's all these questions that I'm asking myself in the aftermath of that one comment. I don't want to always feel like I'm being chosen. I want to do the choosing. And I want to have a choice and a say independent of his own choices, whether he thinks that's on or off the table. This isn't the first time that simple words from a man have thrown me for a loop.
There it is.
And I also don't want to walk through the world feeling like this fragile, unstable person who's going to be triggered with the right combination of words. People say all kinds of things all the time for all kinds of different reasons. Prior to him making that comment, I would not have categorized him as someone that I was romantically interested in.
Bullshit.
And now, because of that one comment, I'm wondering if I am. And I don't function well in that ambiguous state of being with somebody. And look, the truth about men like this, about the other male friends that I have, who I really do believe are genuinely good people who aren't trying to hurt anyone, they're only entertaining the idea of a relationship with me because they know that there's this baseline of physical attraction, mutual chemistry, and that we have fun together as friends. They're not really ready or considering or thinking about what comes after that, the deeper parts of me that are more complicated and messy and confusing. When men like that say they're not
She means deeper, complicated, and annoying, guys.
looking for a relationship, what they're really saying is that they're too lazy or too ADD or too busy to really be able to care about somebody else.
There it is, guys.
And I completely resent the notion that caring about me and considering my needs is some kind of chore. Women do this shit pretty automatically. What makes men feel so entitled to a life without having to care about anybody else? I don't function well in unclear spaces. I can do casual connections, but the boundaries
Apparently
have
not.
to be really clear.
Apparently not.
And the choice of whether to possibly expand those boundaries and discover something more is one that should be made by both people. With both people really intentionally evaluating and making choices about
blah, 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 blah. Guys, this is all this poly modern woman bullshit, right? And guys, it's so funny that homeboy made one statement and now he lives rent-free in her head.
City boy, city boy.
Hey guys, isn't it crazy how delusional? Guys, first of all, isn't it funny how redheads are either gorgeous or they're gargoyles like this chick? This chick, come on, this chick. Redheads are either 8s and 9s or they're 1s like this chick. Look at this broad, dude, come on. Guys, think about this. She thinks that she's doing okay in life by having a whole bunch of casual sex, by basically giving a whole bunch of her male friends exactly what they want, and that's... What are you talking about? She's giving men access to her body with no commitment, and she somehow thinks that that's a good way to live? What is going on? And trying to say that a guy making this statement who hasn't probably hit in a while, right? And now he made this statement to be able to, I don't know, either he's smashing or he wants to, I don't know, put it in the pooper or something. Or do some really kinky stuff, right? You know? So he made that statement and now she's all in her head about it. And she's trying to say, well, I usually have this under control. Is that why you're on TikTok losing your friggin' mind?
And I'm just trying to tell you that I have mental health issues. I'm extremely distraught.
Okay. Well, let me
I feel like my whole life is empty.
Guys, this guy has just so much real estate in this broad's head, dude. He made one statement and her whole brain is just, guys, she is just wigging out, man. Because this is what she's like on TikTok. Imagine her sitting up in the middle of the night thinking about this. And her 0.12 brain cells is just... What an idiot. Guys, she has 30 comments. Someone says, men are not inherently capable of thinking of others because of patriarchy and social conditioning. They lack the capacity. Please. So the purpose of his commitment is to confuse. It just makes him wonder. Wonder does nothing for a male. It's manipulation. Well, I mean, that is true. I mean, homeboy knew exactly what he was doing. And guess what? It worked. And this strong and independent chick right here, right? She fell for it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Beta female.
Look at that, dude. Look at that. Absolutely insane. This sounds like a comment from a man who wants to keep you on the hook. Yeah, and guys, how much you want to bet she's gonna fall for it, right? How much you want to bet right now that she's at this dude's house letting him, you know what I'm saying? And doing whatever weird stuff that they hadn't done in the past, you know? And then she's trying to say, he doesn't care, he doesn't care. You didn't require him to care. You didn't require him to make you his girlfriend or his wife. You know? And this is what the decisions that these modern women have made. This is the fruition, guys, right? They say we don't care because, guys, they have made it so that we can't care. We can't. Look at that. Someone says, you deserve way better than a friends with benefits. Guys, she says she's okay with it. But in the same sentence, she says she's not, right? Talking out of both sides of her mouth as usual.
Just like a woman.
Clown world. Guys, are hashtags. Hashtag narcissist talk. Hashtag narcissistic abuse. Hashtag healing. Hashtag boundaries. Hashtag relationships. All right, you guys. This is AJ. I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, and guys, I am out of here. Have a good one.